Welcome to class 21 of Python programming. Let me write a simple for loop for I in 10, 20, 30, suppose. Yes, Anu, tell me what will be the output here? If I run this one, what will be the output here?
Sir?
Yeah, what will be the output here?
So 10, 20, 30.
10, 20, 30. You will get in a row or in a column. That is also important.
Sir, in a single column.
Single column you will get. There is nothing called single column here, at least in base Python, you know. When you go to NumPy, you will get a single column. Here we write everything row wise when we talk about list. So you are saying we will get in a column or row. What you are saying? You fix your answer.
Sir, we'll get 10, 20, 30, sir.
Okay, 10, 20, 30.
One by one, sir.
One by one
One
means
below the other.
one below the other. Okay. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
See, I am giving you time. Think once more. Nibita, I would like to know from you. You there?
One below the other, 10, 20, 30, next to next.
Next to next. Okay. One below the other. 10, 20, 30, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I write print A, then suppose I write print A, then how you get? Like this 10, 20, 30. So you are getting everything here. Can you get the output 10, then 30, then 20, then 30 that way? Is it possible? For I in A, we write print I. Okay, so where is the problem?
Sir, you didn't write I in.
Okay. I got 10, 20, 30 this way. So if you write a for loop, you are getting this. If you are directly printing, you are getting this. Why?
Sir,
Yeah.
because in for loop we have 3 print statements.
3 print statements. Okay.
For every I in A, it prints 10, 20, and 30.
Okay, okay, that's correct. But this was not correct. You
Yes,
both
sir.
answered
Sir,
wrong. Yeah.
print I, if we write print I, it will be in that way.
Yeah, for I in A, We have to write print I, not print A. Even I didn't write.
Yes, sir.
So if you write print A will be printed 3 times. Sometimes wrongly by mistake we write A here, then you won't get the desired output because you are printing A 3 times. For I in A, suppose the first one is 10, you are not printing that I, you are printing the whole here. So I have to write I here, then you get this one. All right. I want numbers 1 to 1000. Can I get in one line? Normally what we do is for I in A, suppose here this one I can change range 1000 or 1001. If you want to get from 1 to 1000, print I. We'll do it 100. You get 1 to 100, that's fine. You are writing a for loop. Can you directly get numbers without writing a for loop and 2 lines here? I want to get in 1 line. Is that possible? What I want is for I in range 1 to 101, print I. Suppose I will take the function range. Range is a function here. Copy.
The list of range.
List, okay. Before going to list, let me write A. I will try to print A without using a for loop. Is it possible? It's not possible. It will only say its range 1 to 101. You will not get the values. So if you want to know what is type of A, it's range type. From range type, can you get 1 by 1 integer? Suppose 1, then 2, then 3. Is there any way? Is there any chance that you came across iterable and iterator before? All of you? Pragya? Iterables and iterators, they are covered or not?
Yeah, you have to convert A into an iterable and then can use that to get it as a list.
Yeah. From then we can get 1 by 1, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So before that, we have to know whether range is an iterable or not. So for that, we can see directory of A. We have iter function, that's fine. And we'll check for next. Next is not there, so it's not an iterator. However, because it is an iter function, we can apply iter function and we can make it an iterator. So by now this is iterable, range is iterable, it's not an iterator. So if you write next day, you will not get it. If I try writing print A, sorry, print next A, I don't have next anyway. I will not get anything. Not an iterator. So we have to transfer A to B. B is iter of A, and then I can write B here. Let me write here only. I got 1, then copy, I'm getting 1, 2, 3 that way. You have to write 100 times to get everything. Then you will get, suppose I will write here 5 or maybe 4 here. You get this one. Then finally, because here 1 to 4, this means 1 to 3 you get n minus 1. After that, you get this top iteration. This is one way. However, directly we can write a list here. Hundred one, suppose. If you write this, you get all. So we can turn this range function to a list, and then you can get directly. You need not write a for loop for that one. If you want numbers with K5, we can write 1, 6, 11. These are the numbers. We did not write a for loop. Now going back to this one. We started with this. Now suppose B is another one where I have written names of countries. Now, can I get 10 in India, 20 in South Africa, I say, 30 UK? That is the question. For
Can use concatenation.
yeah, concatenation. Concatenation, these are two lists. Do we have any such method where we can concatenate? So we have to check whether any such method is there. I don't think in list we have any such thing called concatenation. You can do individually. For a string it's there. For list it's not there.
Can't we define like C as A naught plus B naught, comma A1 plus B1, comma?
Yeah, we can do that. But then suppose there are 1,000 elements in.
Yeah, for that it's
yeah,
not possible.
that will create a problem. So here, if we want pairwise, suppose, let me make it X, Y, make it simple, A, B, C. Even I can write another one, Z here, but let me write only 2. I want 10A, 20B and 30C. I didn't cover tuples before video 8, right? You know what is a tuple? It's not covered. Okay. So we have to use zip function here. If I write for I in XY, automatically it will not pick one from here, one from here. Syntax wise also, you have to be sure. If you have more than one list and you want to combine one by one from here, one from here, one from here, one from here, that way, then you have to write zip. If you want to check this one, even I can write here also. Suppose Z is equal to zip X and Y. Let me check type. Now the type is zip here. Again we have elements. If I want to print Z, then it will give me zip object. I will not get the elements here. We can write here zip takes iterables and returns an iterator. Tuple iterator. For recap, I'm just writing. We have different type of iterators. Suppose I will write here 10, 20. And then I will pass it through iter function. Then print. No, I'll not print. We'll see type. We got least iterator here. If I change it to a tuple, I'll get tuple iterator. If I make it a set, I get a set iterator. We can make it a dictionary as well. Dictionary means kind of mapping. Is this correct? No. However, the key iterator, dictionary key iterator, 10, 20 you will get. If you print next, you will get 10, 20. This is a dictionary where 10 is mapped to A, 20 is mapped to B. So, though we say iterator, the iterators are different. This is also an iterator, Z, but this is zip object. So, if we want to print elements, then we have to write a list here. Like range function, we have to write list. Here also, you have to make a list. We got 10a, 20b. Initially, this is a tuple. Tuple means you get parenthesis here. Combine, we wanted to print one from here, and second, third here. We got it in the form of a tuple. But then I want to make this tuple a list, so I can write a list here. If I write a list here, I get Z, then I can print one by one. Otherwise, I can run a for loop. We started with a for loop maybe? No. Yeah, this is no more required now. Yeah, we started with a for loop. That way we can print. For I in zip xy, so if you write a for loop, or no, you answer. If we write a for loop, you get the elements this way. So how you get the elements? You tell me behind what is happening. There are two types of for loops. This is the second type. When you write for I in, suppose 1 also, if you write for I in x, print I, when you write, you get the printouts. So behind what is working?
So behind iteration happens.
Yeah, so it changes to automatically, the for loop changes to iterator, then it gives one by one. Okay. So either you can write zip, or you have to write a list and print one by one. All right. You will be requiring this way mostly. Now suppose I write a 40 here. Then what will happen? See, for 10 it's a 20b, 30c. Now you write a D here. Now you got this one. Suppose you have a E here. Still you didn't get this one. The same problem. So make it sure the number of elements here and the number of elements here, they match. Now next one is, suppose I change it to sorry. Is it possible? I make it a tuple.
Yes, sir.
It's possible. Confident, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me run it. So can you give me the reason why it's possible to write this way?
Sir, if 10 comma 4 is written inside a tuple, it will be considered as a single element, sir, like 10.
Okay, fine. So this is the first element of the list. Okay. So if you want to print X, you will get this. I mean, you get the whole. This is the first element. Even, sorry, I wanted to write print x0. If you write print x0, you will get this one. So this is one element. So it doesn't matter, you write a tuple, you write a list, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go back to 10 now. So within this, I can write another list also. Suppose I make this way. It's possible. There is no problem. Absolutely. This is the first element. This is the first element. This is the second one. This is the second one. This is the third one. This is the third one. This will not go because there is no corresponding element here. Now suppose I make it will it work?
No, sir.
No? Sure? It worked. So what it will take is it will consider the first one here, second one here, second one here, third one here, third one here. The problem is if I write a E here, there is no E. However, if you have same number here, number when I say remember, we are talking about iterables. It takes iterables. Iterables means in any form. This is an iterable, the string. There is a natural next element. From A you go to B, C, D. Even I can write 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter. 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. So you write anything, you can make it a list also. You tell me the output. I can make a tuple also. If I write a tuple, what will be the output here?
Sir, you didn't write comma.
I didn't write, yeah. What I wrote, according to that, you have to answer.
Sir, A only will be taken, not B, C, D.
Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. The problem is different. For I in zip xy print I, zip argument 1 must support iteration. Okay.
Integers or not iterator.
Because that seems, X just seems like one number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, one number. Then what is the problem? I wanted to write a tuple here. Suppose I write another 7 here. It will take?
Then it should take, yeah.
Okay. But even I want first, there was a little bit mistake. If I write this way, then also it's possible. Because in tuple, we have to write a comma. If we leave it, then there is a problem. If you write a comma, then only it will be, without writing, if you check type of X and after writing type of X, they will be different. Okay, anyway, that was not there. We'll not do it here. So we need to write a comma that was absent, otherwise there is no problem. So we can have a tuple as well. Like Anu mentioned, we'll write comma. Okay, so this is a tuple. This is a list. We can make this as also a tuple. And anything, suppose I'm writing a set. You should observe another thing. Whatever you write, finally you get in the form of a tuple because it returns a tuple. Even I write a set here. Set is a problem anyway. I'm not going to that now. Set might create a problem, but here the work of zip is to collect one element at a time. If you have taken iterables, then there is no problem. However, it will create a problem. If you write an integer, then it will create a problem. So final answer will be, it will collect 1, 1. Whatever you take here, whatever type you take from list type or tuple type or set type, it doesn't matter. one element here, and the final will be always tuple. You can change it though, that's a separate thing. Now here, if I write that is zip, while printing, if I want to make it a list, it will create a list of tuples anyway. I can make it a tuple as well, the final one, but each one will be a tuple, that's for sure. Then if you want, you can change whatever you write, that way you can get the output. This is about zip, so it's very useful. You will be able to know later in different ways how can you make things available for you. Now the next one is, particularly when you have more than one objects. Now suppose we want to unzip. Now suppose Z is this one. Now we want to unzip this one. If you want to unzip, then you have to write a star, that's all. So how many elements you have? If you see the number of elements, how many elements you have, that is also something you need to consider. Yes or no? How many elements you have in Z?
Sir, in Z,
In Z, how many
4,
elements you
sir.
have?
4.
4. Okay. All right, that's fine. It's not 8. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose, or let me write something like this. We have to write zip, and then you have to write a star here. If you write a star here, then I mean whatever Z is there, if you write a star here, that is same zip function you have to write. That will give you the elements individually. Now tell me, how can you get the elements individually? Can I write print m?
Print M.
Print m, sure.
Yes, sir.
We got the object here. We got the object here. Sometimes this way also, if you write, it will be useful, because you have two things. If you have taken 2 here, if you want to get back those 2, you have to unzip. For unzip, the syntax is same, zip with a star you have to write. However, when you get things, because you want to get separately, you have to write separately. Otherwise, there is a problem. Another thing, this was a tuple here and this was a set here, but you got both in the form of tuple. That you need to observe. Suppose I will make it a list and run it. Then also I got 1, 2, 3, 4 dbac. Now my question is, how I got dbac? Why not ABCD? Don't you think everything changed here? Whatever way we wanted, we didn't get that way. Yeah, Anu?
So because Y is a set has no order.
Yes. I've taken a set is no order. Okay. Let me make another tuple here. Then the position will not be changed. This is the first position, second position, third one, fourth one. So corresponding to whatever way you have written, you get that way here, because we are not finding, we are not combining, we are separating. So it will separate properly. Even if you make a list also, it will not make any difference. However, if you write a set, then that's the problem. So important thing to remember is whatever you take here, whatever data type you write, starting from list, tuple, whatever, ultimately you get in the form of a tuple, and when you unzip, you will get again tuple, and these will not be considered. You write separate, you write the same. Okay. Class is over for today. Thank you.